Oh, howdy, howdy, everybody. We're out here at the San Francisco Court of Appeals, just across the street from the new federal building here and down in Civic Center, San Francisco. It's 7th and Mission. Give me a second here. I'm getting the camera on the stand here. Anyway, we got a crowd of about 20 to 30 people that are out here this morning, down here protesting for justice for Trayvon Martin. If you're in the area, we do welcome you to come out. For those of you asking, is this an RCP organized event? I do see some RCP propaganda posters being posted, but at this time I don't. I see a few RCPers, but in general this looks like a non-RCP protest, hopefully, because we're not real big on the RCP around here, at least in my live streams. At any rate, nobody's watching, so let me tweet you out. Let's get an audience going here. I'm only going to be here for a few minutes. I don't plan on staying here more than a half an hour. So don't expect a lot of coverage. I have other things to do, and since I'm not getting paid for this, which I really, to be honest with you, I'm not looking to make a living. But if you want to donate and help out the cause, you can always go to ActivistStream, ActivistReam.com, and on the right hand side there's a little button, I think it says support. So if you click support, that'll take you to a WePay page or a donations page, and you can put a little money in to the kicker to keep me live streaming. I see RCP and Joey RCP over there. Alright, well, let me cross the street here, folks. Oh, they are giving people a little more time. There's KRN News is down here. Surprised I'm not seeing more mainstream media. Yeah, it looks like an RCP protest. Ugh. I probably won't stay here that long. Personally, I think the Libertarian Party and the RCP both are opportunists and trying to capitalize on this situation. And with the RCP on the left and the Libertarians race baiting on the right, I've seen some awful, awful things from Libertarians on Twitter. And their race-hating, race-baiting tactics that they're using, and basically inciting people to violence. So Oakland thuggy, smashy smashers, please stay away. We don't want you here. We don't need you here. We are nonviolent, and we will achieve our objectives nonviolently and not with the use of force, because that makes us as bad as the people that we're demonstrating against. Anyway, thanks for joining me here. This is FreemanSullivan at 97th Street, 7th and Mission here in Civic Center, San Francisco, accessible by the Civic Center BART station. And then when you get off BART, go south a half a block, and here we are. Do come and join us. Got a little crowd here of about 25 to 30 people. It's been announced that although the demonstration is scheduled to start at 9 a.m., that we will be waiting here for more people to show up. My live stream is only going to be lasting until maybe 9:45 tops, because I got a life and I got other things to do, and this doesn't pay the bills. Hey, what's up, Rob?
Dr. Sullivan, how are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, actually, you know. I feel great physically. And this, I'm wondering, is this sponsored by the RCP or what? Because if it is, I'm not going to stick around too long.
What's oh.
Yeah. I find
well, you know, at one point I thought NAACP was going to be there.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought too. I find their rhetoric annoying. So.
Well, you know, over the years of Amos Brown, right?
I find him annoying as well.
Well, you know. But he's
homophobic.
Well, but
and you know, it's like we don't tolerate. You know, just because you're black, it doesn't make it okay to be homophobic.
Yeah, but see, but that already divides us.
Yeah.
What you're doing right there. So.
Yeah, well, I don't side with homophobes. I don't care. You know.
But what if you can bring them over to your side?
Well, Amos Brown, have you ever met the man?
Yes.
Yeah, you're not going to bring him over to your side. He thinks it's a sin and an abomination.
So all hope is gone.
Yeah, for him. You know, I remember when
but that's kind of an absolutism.
Yeah, but see, we're going from experience. We remember when Amos Brown actually had a little bit of influence in the community, and what he did with that was basically attack poor people, attack people of color, his own folks, attack gays and lesbians, you know. And so we're going on based on past experience.
I guess I'd like to hear his side.
Amos Brown's not to be trusted. Well, he'll. You can already know what his side is. It's just pull out the Bible.
If he comes here, maybe we'll give him his chance to have his say.
Yeah, well, he can say whatever he wants. Doesn't mean I have to live stream it.
Well,
anyway, I'm a little feisty.
In fairness, if you're at any journalistic level.
Yeah, well, I don't claim to be objective. Right. That's the beauty of being a live streamer.
I like that. That's good.
Right. I'm only out here to support the cause. Yeah. Right. I wear black, right, and I'll report it as I see. From the black side, right, of the anarchists.
Everything's black and white?
No, nothing is ever black and white. Right? Yeah, we all hate the police. Do we agree on that?
Well, how about we don't trust our police department?
Yeah, well, never on that one, ever. Even if they're telling the truth.
Why do all these people want to carry guns?
Yeah, right. Why do they need to have guns?
Why do they need to have guns? Because they don't trust their police department.
No, I don't trust them either.
Well.
We do have some SFPD here, but
do you think we should have a police department?
Yeah. Well, there is a definite need in some levels, but community
policing. And why do we have a police department?
To put the predators and to segregate them from the rest of society.
Predators like
murderers, thieves.
Like somebody acknowledged like Trayvon or something.
No, people that like to pick on people that like to pick on people that are less able to defend themselves. Right. Be aware you are going out publicly.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm glad. I like debate. I like conversation,
yeah, I do
particularly
too.
On issues.
Well, that's what we're out here live streaming about, is to get people's opinions. And I don't like to pester people because I am kind of a fixture on the protest scene, and everybody kind of knows me. So I'd rather than be bothering people.
Okay. You want to kind of be neutral?
No, I just like it when people walk up to me and talk. I'm not I'm not out here aggressively trying to sell a story, right?
Yeah.
I'm only doing this as a public service, so I don't harass people about getting a story about.
Yeah, except for Amos Brown.
No, I haven't harassed him. You're the one that brought Amos Brown up, not me.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
I brought up NAACP.
No, well, the truth is on the live stream.
I did a little research.
You can go back and watch the live stream. I'll have it posted a little bit later.
No, I'm inclined to agree with you. Okay, but still, he's a man in our community.
Yeah, well, I'm always willing to forgive people.
Right.
That doesn't mean I have to trust them.
Good. Oh, that's good. Well, I suppose that's where we always end up going into what our motivations are.
Oh yeah, I just want to rub it into all the people that are watching, that are someplace where it's really hot outside. Right? I'm sitting here in San Francisco. Right? It's Siberia out here, folks. Right? I got 2 jackets on, and although I do have shorts, woohoo.
It's lovely.
It's actually quite comfortable out here.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we won't be working up a sweat today. There's a bunch of other protests that are scheduled for today that I do know about, and I'm not going to advise anybody to go down to the Oakland Frank Ogawa Plaza at 12 noon today. There is an understanding that the Oakland PD is out there and they will be trying to kick ass because they got their asses kicked the other night. And payback's... All right, trucker going by. Payback's the motherfucker. And so we're not going to advise that you go to Oakland City Center. There is a protest for the lady named Melissa. I can't remember her last name. but she was recently sentenced to 20 years in prison for firing a warning shot at her husband, Melissa something or another. That's scheduled for 4 p.m. at Franco Gawa. Yeah, and so that's happening. For all you San Francisco heads, we're going to be out at 1000 Chestnut at CEO Wells Fargo John Stump. We're going to be having a protest at 4 p.m. at John Stump's pad. John Stump, if you're out there watching, we intend to evict you out of your luxury condominium because you have seen fit to evict so many other poor and middle class people that are struggling to pay their mortgages. So we'll be out at 1000 Chestnut at 4 p.m. live streaming, same bat time, same bat channel, which is ustre.am/N, little h, capital D, or you can click on the FreemanSullivan link at the upper left-hand side of activiststream.com and watch us at 4 p.m. I might actually go home between now and then, and I didn't bring my laptop, but I will go home at some point and make that the featured live stream at activiststream.com. So we got lots of people milling out here right now. Protest hasn't really started. The crowd's growing. We got about 50 people out here. So if you're in the area, this is accessible by Civic Center BART, and we're a half a block away. And we're at 7th and Mission, or 7th and Stevenson. And mainstream media is out here. They've been really nice about providing advertisement for the demonstration. It was all over KTVU's this morning, and I was real happy with KTVU because they're actually reporting most of the facts dealing with the BART strike. So thanks for that, reporting about the negotiations are at a standstill. Not much going on here right at the moment. Do log on to the chat. I'd like to know if my audio visual is going out and what it looks like. I don't have a moderator today. I'm flying without a parachute. So you let me know what's up. And all you watching, when you say I saw you on the news, well, dudes, I am the news. That's why I come out here and live stream. This is your citizen journalist out here reporting, and I'm trying to give you our side about what's going on. You can always watch MSM or read about MSM and hear what the establishment and the corporations have to say, but when you're watching my live stream, you're getting it from the anarchist viewpoint. So remember that. Let's see what this is.
Right, and it seems like this is a general problem if you're youth in America these days. Have you experienced anything like that?
Actually, I have. I was first grade, and there are these kids and they didn't allow me to play with them, and they say that I was quote unquote too.
Really?
Yeah.
White kids. Why didn't they want to play with you?
Because I was black.
And were they told by their parents that they could?
I think so. I think it's because of how they were taught, which was racism.
How did you react?
I told my dad he could take care of it. He had his boyfriend there. I said, Dad, this guy is black. Didn't care about how that.
And you played with them? What's your name?
Isaiah Martin.
And spell your first name?
I-S-A-I.
Okay. And what grade are you in now?
You want to run over your quick
Lighter.
Huh?
You smoke cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
Can I get lighter? A light, rather? We might be on TV.
No, we are. Don't let it go to your head now.
I'm good. I'm in the music.
I'm on TV every day. talking about. I am TV.
What channel is that?
Ustream. I don't know about him.
Yeah, they worldwide. Going to wet the motherfucker. Baby, just put it out.
Yeah, we're just keep in mind you are on federal property right now.
I'm up on street. I'm from New York, so you know I know.
Anyway, thanks for everybody that's watching right now. Here downtown San Francisco, Civic, half a block off at Civic Center Bar. We welcome you. We welcome your presence. Come down here and support Trayvon Martin and the unfair verdict. Even though the law might be valid and the law might have been ruled against, justice was not served by the verdict or met, and because of our racist judicial system. So there you go. I'm not asking you to come out here because of your color of your skin or anything like that. I'm just asking you to come out and support justice and true and fair justice system, because in America we do have two systems of law. We have one system for rich people where they never go to jail, and then we have another system for poor people, and we always end up getting the shaft. So that's where I'm at with that. We got a nice crowd out here. It's building. We got about 30, 40 people. Lots of people out here supporting justice for Trayvon Martin. Please log on to the social stream. If you'd like to leave a message here, let me know how my audio visual looks. Hopefully it's coming in nice and clear. And we got some folks making signs. It's really fun. We're out here supporting justice for Trayvon Martin. We're out here at 97th Street at the new San Francisco Federal Building. Woohoo! And we have a diverse crowd, and it's definitely not just the RCP that's out here. So if you don't support the RCP, don't worry about it. Just come out anyway. Because this is not an RCP organized event. Woohoo. Speakers should be coming up here in a couple of minutes. I'm going to stay here for about a half an hour, and then I have personal business to take care of. So this live stream is only going to last about 30 minutes, to 45 tops. And we do invite you to join us at 4 p.m. We're going to be at Wells Fargo CEO John Stump. We'll be out at his condo up in Pacific Heights, or maybe Cow Hollow, I think, at 1000 Chestnut, protesting the unfair evictions, the illegal evictions. According to San Francisco government statistics, 84% of all evictions in San Francisco are illegal or have some illegal impropriety involved. So we will be out there protesting Wells Fargo CEO John Stump at 4 p.m., 1000 Chestnut. Hell no. Yeah, please drive safely, folks. Don't watch live streams and drive. Glad you're joining us here. We got a nice little crowd out here at the new San Francisco Federal Building at 97th Street in the Civic Center of San Francisco, which is accessible if you're in the area by Civic Center BART. So do come down and join us. I'll be here until about 9:45. Then I have to leave because I have to take care of some personal biz. And we do remind you that this is federal property, so federal laws are in effect. So if you're a medical marijuana head, don't bring your medical marijuana. Leave that at home. Speakers are, here we go.
Get a lot closer than that. Okay, well, thanks everyone for coming out. We are gathered here today to stand as part of over 130 cities that are simultaneously demonstrating to get the Department of Justice to open a civil rights investigation and to prosecute George Zimmerman for violating the civil rights of Trayvon Martin. So thanks everyone for coming out. The reason we did it a little bit earlier, 9 a.m., was so that we could be standing here at the same time that Trayvon Martin's parents are standing in New York and Miami, and the demonstrations over there are going on right now. So this event is going to run just as a series of people sharing their thoughts from the front of the stage here. I've already solicited some volunteers. If you're interested in speaking, just come and find me. I'm just going to be standing right down here. But I think many of us were devastated by the verdict that came down last week. I know I was. I don't think the fact of racism in the criminal justice system is a new idea to most of us, but it still hurt. That verdict still stung. And it continues to sting. And I think the anger that's just been shown widespread across the country is what has pushed Eric Holder to make statements about whether or not the Department of Justice is going to open an investigation. And I think it actually pushed Barack Obama to come out with what he said yesterday, which I think validated a lot of the anger and a lot of the sentiments that people here and across the country have. And I think that shows that us being out here matters, whether it's 30, 50, 100, 200. I don't know how many people are going to gather here today necessarily, but what I do know is that it's gatherings like this all across the country that have been causing some concern and causing some motion in the Department of Justice and at the top of the society. And that's why it's important that we're out here, and that's why it's important that people are out in over 130 cities across the country. So that's all I'm going to open with. Thank you very much for being out here. I think it means a lot. I think it certainly means a lot to Trayvon Martin's parents. And I think we're going to open up with our first speaker. I'm going to ask him if he's ready. How you feeling? Yeah. You want to wait a little? You good? All right. So we're going to start with Archbishop King, who is of the St. John Coltrane African Orthodox Church. He's the chair of the NAACP Foreclosure Committee. Please give him a warm welcome. Come on up.
All right.
Good morning. I can't hear you. Good morning. We're going to have to make some noises. We're going to make some changes. Good morning. All right. I don't want to be counted amongst those that are surprised, shocked, and amazed that this boy was cut loose. But I would say that there's a part of me that's glad, because if they had in some way come up with a guilty charge, we'd all be down here singing, "Oh, happy day since Jesus washed my blackness away." But the truth of the fact is, it ain't Zimmerman that's guilty, it's the system that's guilty. It's the United States of America that's guilty today. You know, we talk about just us. is that U.S. without the A? In other words, they don't have that includes all of us. And it seems to me that if we are going to stand idle and see a man-child ambushed in the night and a man walk free, then we have been asleep. Somebody said this was a wake-up call, and then somebody else hit the snooze button. The wake-up call goes all the way back to Emmett Till. The wake-up call goes all the way up to the day when they shot down Oscar Grant, Harvin Jr., Gaines, and the rest of these young folks. Somebody told me the other day, said Pharaoh always wins. No, he doesn't win. Not in my Bible he doesn't win, because he's drowned in the Red Sea. And the Red Sea for us is the innocent blood that's been shed. For George Jackson and Detroit Red and the rest of those innocent youth that was shot down and killed and murdered. That blood is screaming for justice. It's even becoming a river that can't be controlled by wicked judges and giant prosecutors. When have you ever seen the police be so cooperative with the defense? You hear that, woman? Oh, I had a cross on. It's the double cross you're wearing. It's not the cross that was sacrificed Christ on Calvary that really dealt with justice and liberation. And he said, he asked me if I was a Catholic. Catholic means universal. That means worldwide justice, just not for a few folks.
That's right.
And he said, well, why did you ask? I'm a Christian. Well, I remember when Christians was blessed in shave ships. So that don't mean we're going to get any justice just because somebody claimed to be a Christian. But she said to him, why did you ask me if I was a Catholic? He said, because in the Catholic religion, you're not supposed to kill anybody. Now check the police out. Oh, I don't think God meant it like that. You were defending yourself. So it's all right, even with God, if you let the police tell it, to shoot a young man-child down in the night. What was he doing? He was walking in the rain while black. That would get you killed. Now, when I begin to think about what's happening, we can't just focus on this Trayvon issue. There are other issues. There is a hunger strike going on in the state prisons. Must be something wrong up in there. People is pushing that garbage they call food back and putting their health on the line. Isn't it nice that young Trayvon had a house to go to? Because many of us don't have houses because these banksters, along with their crime partners, these investors, have taken our homes from us. But young Trayvon had a home to go to. He had a mother, he had a father. His father wasn't in the crack house. His father wasn't in the penitentiary. His father wasn't in the graveyard. But he was there, waiting on his son to come home. So, beloved, what I'm saying, I don't want to hold Zimmerman accountable for this. I want to hold the United States of America. I want to hold everybody that hit the snooze button when we had such a violent wake-up call. There is something that bothers me a bit, and I can say it because I really feel it in my heart. I am so glad that they cut that chump loose. Uh-oh, see? Why am I glad? Because if they'd have locked Zimmerman up, we'd be down here singing, oh, happy day, since Jesus washed my blackness away. Well, I'm still black, and I'm going to be black all day long. I'll be black tomorrow, and until some justice, some real systemic changes is changed in the laws of this land, we're going to have these kind of rallies where somebody think that they can take a pistol and righteously shoot another individual down and have the prosecutor to say, they didn't give us nothing but theater. We know that, right? How long it take me to get busted? I get spit on the sidewalk, they might take me to jail. But you can shoot a youth down and walk the street for 34 days, have the police on your side, and have a prosecutor that don't even know how to say objection! Huh? Try to make a laughing stock out of a man. Make him responsible for his own death. We got a lot of work to do, beloved. Where's John Stump at? Is he here? Where's that piece of paper about John Stump? We're going up to John Stump's today at 4 o'clock, the president of the Wells Fargo Bank. If he can't go home, if we can't go home, why should he go home? We got to make these people accountable. Come on, y'all. Good God Almighty. I see the president of the NAACP local branch is here. Dr. Brown, did I see you out there? All right, let's hear some noise, y'all. We can't do this and be quiet at the same time. They got the snooze button on. We got to wake them up.
So next we'll have Linda Antoine, and then we'll follow that with Dr. Amos Brown from the NAACP.
You need a hand up here? You okay? Or would you like to speak? Okay.
Hi, my name is Linda. I'm from Baby Hunters Point.
Speak really close.
Okay.
Speak real close. It's the other side, right? This side. So click the button and hold it real close to your mouth. Yeah, real close to your mouth.
Hi, my name is Linda. I have an issue and a problem, and it's been bothering me. I don't understand how did he do what he did, because my thing is that I feel that he disrespected the police, because when he took matters in his own hand and did what he did, he told the policemen, forget what I'm saying, fuck you, I'm gonna take care of this. So my issue is that how do the policemen keep getting paid, and then when you look at it, they're not doing their job? Because he had other issues prior of calling them and trying to contact them about black men, right? So why didn't they pursue him on that first phone call? Because you know what? They knew out of all these phone calls, he was going to give him a black man. And you know what? He got it. But while he was getting it, he disrespected the police officers. So he didn't make us look bad. He made them look bad too, because they didn't get to do their job, because he took time out to say, screw y'all, I'm going to take care of the business. I'm the police, and I'm going to do it my way. So he did what he had to do, and you know what? The police helped him did it. I hate to say it like that, but they helped him do it, because they could have got there earlier. On all them phone calls, they could have went and investigated his house before when he had first started off. He knew what he was doing. He knew how to do it, and what he was doing. He had a plan. He had a dream, and he acted out his dream. So like I said, I feel, I feel for us, because when we get that phone call, they look at us as we stupid. But when they get a phone call, oh, we're going to take time out. We're going to have your back, because it's going to make it look like we tried to go help you. But at the same time, I done shot the nigga, so what is that saying? Justice is not being served, because the police is helping these criminals doing what they're doing. And all these guns out here, I'm about the police officers, because who bringing them out here? They're giving them to the boys to do it, because we black, they ain't gonna give us no guns. They gonna give it to who they want to give it to, and the killers. And that's why I say we need to get rid of these guns, and we need to help our kids better, and we need to listen to our kids and listen to the calls that's going out. And justice needs to be served with the police officers and in-house. We need to look at our kids and see what our kids is doing too. It's not only in the streets, it's in the house too. That's why I say we gotta look around and train our kids and help them.
Say that, sister. Say it.
Thank you very much, Linda. So next we're going to have Dr. Amos Brown, who's the president of the San Francisco NAACP, as well as a national board member for the NAACP. So give it up for Dr. Amos Brown.
leave after Dr. Amos speaks, so sorry I'm going to cut it off a little bit. So.
Thank you very much. My friends, I am here this morning in spite of the fact that you saw I was a bit challenged to get up here.
Yeah, it's done.
But when Archbishop King called me and informed me that in collaboration with the National Action Network, which is headed by my friend Reverend Mr. Al Sharpton, that there would be a contingency here locally to stand in solidarity with persons of all races, all religious persuasions, all personal sexual orientations, who would come together and to speak truth to the world. And if the truth be told, I would couch my expression of truism against the backdrop of my own experience. I had a stroke in 2010, July the 4th, in great measure because strokes run in my DNA. My father had hypertension and diabetes, died of a massive heart attack, 1964. His oldest brother had a stroke. The brother next to him, a great preacher in the state of Mississippi, Sam Brown, had a stroke. And I got to the age of 69. And what was in my DNA caught up with me.
Come on, make it plain.
I didn't ask for it, but it was there. And I come to say to you against the backdrop of this illustration that we are here dealing with the symptomatic expression of that thing that's in our social DNA, racism. Call it for what it is.
That's right.
This nation historically has refused to deal with that demon that's in our DNA. In 1903, W.B. Du Bois said that the problem of the 20th century would be the color line. But they told Dr. Du Bois, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. 70 years ago plus, a Swedish sociologist, Gunnar Myrdal, said that America was living a dilemma, that we talked one thing and did a different thing in our walk. Then after the Rodney King verdict, a sociologist up at Queens College, Andrew Hacker, wrote a book entitled Two Nations, Divided, Hostile, and Unequal. President William Jefferson Clinton tried to later have a conversation on race. That commission was appointed, and Dr. John Hope Franklin, that great historian, was appointed the chairperson. But this nation derailed Bill Clinton's conversation on race. I come to say to you, we are a nation that is sick on race. We are a nation that needs to go to its therapy sessions. I had to go to my therapy session that I was able to get up, walk up, hold up this cane, and I say to you, until we get busy in San Francisco, in Tampa, Florida, in Atlanta, Georgia, in Oakland, in New York, in Houston, attention. We better go to therapy session. Go and sit down. Talk about our evils of slavery. 300 years nearly. Only one person of a race was used to build this nation. We picked the cotton.
Yes, we did.
We built the White House.
Yeah, we did.
We built Congress. Slave labor. And it's time for us to acknowledge that this nation will not be one nation under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all until we complete our therapy session and get out of the system that leads toleration. Finally, my friends, though it is noble that we heard from Mr. President, he came forthrightly and told it like it is. He was very much measured, but he was masterful in his words on yesterday. We are gathered here as a movement. We must not just react, but we must respond in a movement. For this is a long haul. And I say to you, the first step in this movement is for us to look at San Francisco. All of the races are 60 to 80%. And 2 will haul enough